Today I'm going to build this simple, modern and sturdy cedar bench, which I think could be used outdoors or why not indoors in a foyer or something like that. It features a white stripe down the middle, and instead of hiding the hardware, the bolts and nails are incorporated as part of the design. 3 years ago I built and designed these cedar benches, made to match this standing raised flower bed. People often ask me about the benches, and they have held up great over the years. So today I want to show how to build it. These are the cuts you'll need. 4x4 for the legs. And for the rest of the pieces, use a 1x or a 3/4 inch material. I'm using cedar here, but you can use any material you have on hand. You'll also need a drill, a hammer, bits, lag bolts and washers to fit, exterior screws and washers to fit, as well as exterior ring shank nails. First of all, let's prepare the wood. Now, you could certainly use cedar fence boards for this project. However, I had some 2-inch rough sawn cedar around, which I'm just cutting down to size here. I decided to resaw it in half, and it was the perfect opportunity to use my new Laguna bandsaw. For this job, I'm removing the smaller blade I had on there and putting on a 3/4 inch width resaw blade. A little finagling, and there it is. Using a dedicated resaw blade makes for a very nice cut that shows very few tool marks. Then time to cut all the wood to size. The legs are beveled 1/2 inch or 12 millimeters at 45 degrees. I find the easiest way to do that is to set up a stop lock on the miter saw and then just go through all the pieces without having to do any measuring. Once all the wood is cut, I sand everything to make sure the pieces are smooth. To construct the bench, we start with the legs. So a pair of legs, cut A, are wrapped around 2 pieces of cedar, cut D, that connect them. So let's first build these 2 sections. I start with marking out 2 inches from the top on the legs. This is where the board will be attached. So lining up the wood, and this side is going to be inwards on the bench, so I'm using the exterior screws to attach the cedar here. Cedar is a pretty soft wood, which is why I'm adding washers to the screws, just to make sure the screws don't drive into the wood completely. Once one side is complete, I turn it around and lay another piece of the cedar. However, this piece will be shown outwards, so I'm using the bolts with the washers here. To make sure that the bolts are put in evenly, I'm marking where each one goes, 1.5 inches from the bottom and 1 3/4 inches in. One done, another one to go. And just repeat the same steps for the next one. Okay, so the leg sections are complete. There will also be another support in the middle, but we'll add that later. First, let's attach the 2 sections together with the long cedar, cut C on each side. So again, since this will be shown outside, I'm using the bolts to connect here. It's important to pre-drill only the cedar board and not to drive it down into the leg, because then you won't get a good connection when you try to attach the bolt. To make sure the boards is attaching evenly, don't over-tighten one side before another. Then just turn it around and repeat the step on the other side. Now it's time to add the center support piece, the 5th piece of cut D. I'm just measuring the middle here, marking it down with a speed square, making sure it fits, pre-drilling some holes, and nailing it in using galvanized nails. Okay, now let's attach the 2 top pieces, which will remain unpainted, cut E. so pre-drilling and nailing in. To give the bench its unique look, I'm painting cut B and F with exterior paint. And I'm making sure I'm getting the ends too. You want good coverage here. To ensure the cedar keeps its color this time, I'm spraying the bench with a spar urethane solution. And once everything has dried, it's time to assemble and nail in the white boards. First, I'm making sure the centerpiece is in properly in the middle with the right amount of hangover on each side. Next, I'm attaching the white sides, again with galvanized nails. And there you have it! A very strong and extremely sturdy bench with a sleek modern look. You can easily make this bench longer simply by using longer sideboards, cut C if you want to. I think it's great for anywhere you want a substantial and interesting looking bench. Thank you so much for watching. This video was brought to you by Laguna Tools, thriving on innovation. Please subscribe for weekly projects, and here are some more videos you might enjoy.